Can you believe it? I said I'd be back on Thursday. I'm back and it's Thursday. I know that's it's rare. It's rare. Yeah, for once I don't have something going on during during streaming time. So, I wanted to get started out with watching Reckless Ben right away since he's finally now able to talk. I'm guessing one of the I forgot what protocol it is, but it was a protocol in place that the court put on him that he couldn't talk about the situation, and most of everyone, including me, thought it was complete bullshit. But luckily, it seems that has been lifted, and he has released a video about it. So let's get into it.
I'm about to go to court, and I don't even know what I did wrong. Yeah, Bricks and
By the way, just so you know, any of these videos that I watch, I have not watched. I'm watching it with you. If I have watched it, I will of course let you know. But this, for example, oh my God, he's fucking mogging the fuck out of that camera. But yeah, if I have watched a video, I'll let you guys know. But this one, I'm watching it with you.
Figs is making up tons of lies about me to the police to try to get me thrown in jail so I can't release my documentary about them. But the crazy part is I'm not even allowed to.
Bro, this is actually crazy though. It all started with him just trying to go to the store and say, "Hey, can you give Brian here for some context? Brian is the guy who sold his Legos to some to a previous store owner, and then a new store owner came in and took over, but they refused to give him his Legos or give him any of the cut for the sale of those Legos, even though they were legally bound to do so.
Know what they're saying I did. Legally, I'm not allowed to film inside court, so I formally requested the audio, but since there was no visual, I hired an animator to animate over it.
But it actually, he said he hired it. I reckon they give him like huge discount.
Right now, I kind of don't even know what I'm being charged for because all of the body cam footage has been redacted, and they say it's to protect the victims. However, I think there are some redactions that maybe don't make sense and that weren't to protect the victims, and there's some.
Yeah, obviously he like showed I think it was his last video that the police completely were fumbling the bag. They were trying to get him at every turn for any little possible convenience that they could. For example, even the thing that he got pulled over for, well, his friend who was driving was apparently a rolling stop, even though it obviously showed on the body cam footage that he came to a complete stop, and he still pulled him over regardless. And it's things like that, like, and it's oh yeah, before this, it looked like they were trying to how do I say this? Just come up with anything to try to get him arrested. And it's things like that that make people distrust the police. And it's really unfortunate too. And then not to mention they're hiding the body cam footage and shit. Like mask or how is this? They were expunging the evidence, or they were masking the video proof of them trying to completely make bullshit charges against him.
Things being said about me that are redacted I don't know about.
I do have some concern in this case with the defendant representing himself. The allegations here relate to the fact that the defendant, he's a person he's a YouTuber, who creates videos, publishes them online, and has been, if this defendant were to represent himself and we were to provide body cams and discovery, we would be now providing additional information.
Bro, body cams is literally to be presented to the media. That's basically why the George Floyd, or not the reason why, but one of the George Floyd riots, that was one of the key points. They wanted body cams for police officers to correct them and see if they make mistakes. And yeah, they made a hell lot of mistakes.
And fodder for this defendant to create videos from which he could profit.
Yes, show us. I want to see this evidence. I want to see this.
by placing them on YouTube at the expense of our victim. I have serious concerns for that.
Yeah, the state of Utah is claiming that if they tell me what I'm being accused of, then I'll use it for content on my YouTube channel. And they can't have that.
Bro, he gained like 500,000, like 700,000 subscribers within like a month, less than a month. Like, holy.
They're arguing to the judge that the best thing to do is to not let me know what's being said about me, which is very strange, but that's their argument. And just in case you haven't been following along with this whole Lego story, this is all happening because I stepped in to help a family.
Oh yeah, this is when he was getting pulled over with a bullshit reason, and he rolled he rolled a stop sign.
Who got their Lego collection stolen from a company called Bricks and Minifigs. And for the last couple
I like the comments that it says about them way better. Fucking pricks and mini dicks. It suits them way better.
months, this company's been doing whatever they can to get me arrested.
Yeah, they have. They've been trying to do everything. They're trying to throw the whole kitchen sink at him. And you can just go back and watch some of his videos, and like, besides being like entertaining as fuck, like, holy, I recommend going checking out his other videos if you're not caught up to speed on this. But like, yeah, they try to throw the whole kitchen sink at him and try to get him arrested for any reason they can.
So they can keep all the Legos for themselves. And this isn't even just me speculating. One of their own employees literally told us what their plan was.
I got a call from my boss, and it was like, how do we get them
Yeah.
arrested? How do we
Dang.
get them arrested?
But eventually, Bricks and Minifigs found out that I'm not just some random kid. I'm actually a YouTuber making a documentary on the entire scandal.
So the YouTube guy is named Reckless Ben. I don't want to be on YouTube.
Yeah.
How'd that turn out for you?
This is when things really started getting crazy. Bricks and Minifigs went into ultra.
Bro, it's like what kind of Aspen Gold said. Every single cop is now a content creator. They're all content creators, whether that be on purpose or on accident.
ultimate defense mode and was going to do whatever it takes to prevent this documentary from coming out. First, the police got a call saying I had heroin on me.
This officer is going to conduct the search of your person because there are substances in the vehicle. Really?
And obviously, they found nothing. But then they got a call saying that I was the one that stole the Legos. I got swatted by the entire police department.
Included in the warrant are Legos.
And we all got arrested.
Including in the warrant is Legos. Yeah, that's crazy. Even with the entirety of context, that is still fucking crazy.
But right when I got out of jail, I got a warrant for my arrest for some mystery crime that I committed.
Seems like this guy might live in LA, or his last known address is in LA.
Yeah, the police showed up to my house all the way in Los Angeles to arrest me without bail.
He was like, just tell him he has a warrant for his arrest.
But the police couldn't arrest me.
And you're where he actually is.
Oh my god, I completely forgot about this part. At the end, he showed that he actually went to fucking Mexico. I wonder if he's still there making this video, but holy shit. I don't think he is because all the lawyer stuff, but holy shit. I completely forgot that he went to fucking Mexico.
No idea. Okay.
I was somewhere very far away. But anyways, back to court. The judge is looking at signing a protective order to protect Josh and all of his statements about me. If this protective order gets signed, then I'll never be able to find out what he's claiming I did.
I got bad news. I don't think we have any more budget for animation, dude.
Oh shoot. So how do we animate this next court scene? I guess if we have to not pay the lawyers, then I guess the animation's more important, right?
Yeah, we decided maybe the lawyers are actually more important, so
Oh my god! Honestly, this like not memeing here. This is probably for the best, for ever his current situation. But I would not have put it past him if he just said, "Fuck it, man. I'm giving my $100,000 from supposed to go to my lawyers to the animators." That, like, I would not put it past him at all. That would be something he would do. But I am very glad he actually decided to go with the lawyer route.
yeah, we ran out of animation budget. Sorry.
You know what? Everyone should just fucking message or not spam message. He hates fucking spam messaging, but just message Asmongold asking if he's gonna ask him to donate to finish the animation for it. That would be fucking hilarious.
Guys.
The court's inclined to sign this pretrial protective order unless you have an objection to it, Mr. Schneider, and the objection to such an order.
Yes, I think there's a bunch of misunderstandings in this case, and so this person doesn't want to get exposed, so he's making up a lot of lies about me to order to like get me arrested before he gets exposed. So that's what this whole thing's about.
However, before I was allowed to show any of the overwhelming evidence I have to support my claims,
I'm guessing the judge already made a
the judge
decision.
didn't care about the evidence and
Yep. Called it.
signed the protective order anyways.
Mr. Schneider, the court's going to sign this order and serve it upon you.
So the court has made it clear they do not want to look at the evidence and they want to protect Josh and Brandon.
Now, to be fair, for getting the YouTube clicks, he could be or he probably is editing out quite a bit of context to make it look a bit worse than it is, but just keep that in mind.
For some reason, and now I have to somehow fight a court case against all of these mystery crimes against me that I have no clue what they're even saying I did. So this whole mess is happening in American Fork, Utah. But I'm also being charged with another case in Provo, Utah. This is where Corporate Bricks and Minifigs is, which is why I'm also being charged here. And this police department has surprisingly actually followed the law when it comes to discovery, and they sent me all the raw body cam footage of what I'm being charged for. Let's start at the beginning, the moment I first met the CEO. The reason I'm talking to him right now is because before exposing this company for the grand theft they committed, I thought it was in good faith to give them an opportunity to do the—
Bro, he has went above and beyond in a good faith effort to just talk to them and get the Legos back. That is the entirety of why these videos were made in the first place. But now, because they're pricks and have mini dicks, they want to drag it through the legal system and going through corporate absolute suicide. Like their stock, or actually, you know what? I don't even know if they have a stock or not. I just wanted to know their company's value. Let's see. Bricks and minifigs stock. Alright, so it looks like there actually might be a stock. Oh, maybe not. Let's just ask Grok. Grok, show me a graph of the value of bricks and minifigs from, I'm just gonna say, well, we'll go a little bit earlier. Like, we'll just do March 2026 to July 2026. All right. That's it. And then we're gonna compare. We're gonna backtrack to where Ben made his first video and published it online, or when it started to really gain traction, and then we'll just compare it with the graph. Yep, they're like. All right. All right, brick 100 Lego sets. What? 100 Lego sets of value. I'm not gonna lie. It only looks. I think Grok is being fucking retarded, but provides the best available ad grade for video Lego standard. Holy shit! What is going on? I can't even go back up. Grok, quit being fucking retarded. All right, there we go. Brick 100x, yeah, provides best available Lego estimated market, including set bricks and minifigure. Oh, no, so it just includes it as a generality. Well, that's unfortunate. This graph. Wow, so it's not. It doesn't even do about this specific company. All right, well, that's fucking useless. We'll continue on with the video.
The right thing first before I make a documentary about this.
You had like $200,000 worth of Legos in your store?
Nope. Never happened.
But the CEO did not want to take the opportunity to do the right thing and instead instantly called the cops on us.
Bro, immediately after having the conversation, immediately called the cops.
There, I'm calling to report a crime.
They themselves say, hey, you guys stole this product from this person. If you don't give it back, I'm going to burn the place down. Or we're going to burn the place down. Or I'll kill you. It's Ben Snyder who's been the one engaged in this behavior.
You can see in the police report that the crime he wanted to get us charged for is called extortion, which basically means we're threatening him into paying us, which is very illegal. However, obviously he's just making all of this up.
Bro, he should be completely fucking. If this is all true, of course, he should be immediately fucking thrown in prison for
The
this.
reality is, I just thought it was a nice gesture to give him the opportunity to do the right thing first.
If you guys do have our Legos, we just kind of want them back, you know? And
But if there's one thing I've learned from this entire experience, it's that whoever ends up doing the morally right thing just ends up getting screwed over. So now it's time to play the way Bricks and Minifigs is playing and use their own strategy against them. Right
Alright, here's where it gets entertaining. I don't know what he's got cooking for us, but
now, their strategy is to get me arrested before I get them arrested. So now, I'm gonna Uno reverse this and get Eamon, the CEO, arrested.
oh my god. I hope this is what happens. I want to see something entertaining.
Before he gets me arrested. But if I'm gonna be the reason that someone's going to jail, I should probably make sure that they definitely deserve this. So, I'm gonna give them one more chance to try to do the right thing first. But instead of doing the right thing and attempting to work this out, Eamon just hid in his little office. And he called the police on me.
I can already tell you right now, no one's coming out to talk to you guys. Like,
really, but they told us that they were.
I know.
Normally I wouldn't want to get someone arrested, but we gave him every opportunity to talk to us, so at this point he's just arresting himself. However, the only difference between my strategy and Bricks and Minifigs' strategy is I don't have to lie to the police. Eamon McNeff actually committed a crime. I have tons of crimes on camera that Eamon McNeff has committed. Let's start at the beginning with crime number 1.
So what's going on?
So you guys are holding some of our Legos?
No, we're not.
You're not?
Lied about holding product. That probably is a crime, but
No.
we'll see more context.
So who's
Brian Mansell.
No. It was just the dog.
He's a guy who had he had like $200,000 worth of Legos in your guys' store.
Eamon was first trying to claim that he's never even heard of Brian Mansell, and this guy definitely never had any Legos in a Bricks and Minifigs store.
Now, to be fair on his part, there's a good possibility that he had no idea about that. He even heard of Brian, the guy who sold the Legos to the store, because it's completely, most of the time this is completely under him, and there's definitely a good possibility that he did not even hear about that. But if he truly did not know about it, he probably would say, hey, I don't know anything about this, let me go check and see what's going on, not just immediately go to, nope, we don't have it, there's no Brian, I don't know who that is, and then immediately continue to go into denial.
But once we showed him all of the social media posts his own company made, it was very obvious that we just caught him in a lie. So the CEO decided to change his story, and now the story is the Legos used to be in the store, but the previous owner, Crystal,
and that's another red flag, huge red flag too. Changing of this story. He's been caught in a lie that he made himself, and now he has to change his story to fit his narrative.
She stole the Legos right before they took over the store.
Back up
We
the
don't
easy way.
have the Lego. Crystal sold the Lego.
Yeah, literally right before this, he was at what Legos? Yeah, you can tell he's a fucking bullshitter.
The only problem is their security camera footage of the previous owner getting kicked out.
These are ones that he has not been paid his percentage yet. And if I don't have the tickets, I won't know how much I need to pay him.
That's a business thing and not necessarily yours. taking on the business, he takes on all that consignment liability.
Corporate just said that they're going to be the ones to take over the consignment deal with all the Legos that are still in the store. And as extra proof that these Lego sets were still in the store, the owner went into the back and started taking pictures of everything that you can verify in the metadata with the timestamps that match the exact moment she's getting kicked out. And then you can see her leave the store with nothing in her hands, proving that the sets were still in the
Caught in one lie after another. Complete bullshit.
store, and the CEO is lying to us right now. But that's only one side of the story. I also thought it was fair to hear his side.
You sent a bunch of pictures of the Lego still in the back, and you can see in the security camera footage, corporate comes and throws her out.
Great. I understand what you're talking about, but you have a misunderstanding of what has occurred, and you're taking one person's word over another person's word. You need to go after the party that's responsible, and you don't want to because that's not easy.
Not easy. He's going through fucking hell and back for the not easy part. Like, oh my god.
You have accepted a narrative that is not real, and you are continuing to pursue that narrative because it's easy and it gives you views and it gives you all sorts of clout and does all sorts of things that way.
So basically what the CEO is trying to explain to me is we shouldn't be looking at the evidence. Instead, I should just be taking his word for it because he said so.
Crystal Law was a former franchisee of Bricks and Minifigs.
Yeah.
She took Mr. Mansell's Lego, sold it, didn't pay him, she has his money.
But
she sold his Lego, she has his money.
To make it easier for you guys to understand the CEO's argument, we're going to demonstrate his argument with a little skit. Oh, that wasn't a backflip. No.
Alright, that's actually pretty funny.
You have a misunderstanding of what happened.
Yes, this is the exact argument the CEO is trying to make. Something we just saw in video, the CEO is saying never happened, which would mean the CEO's lying. And most people would agree that lying is morally wrong.
And this is just the first part of his evidence that he's listening. Keep that in mind as well.
However, if you lie about a crime, the way Eamon's lying to me right now, then that's not just morally wrong anymore. That crosses into new territory called illegal. The specific crime is called obstruction. If someone commits this crime, they
In the state of Utah, obstruction of justice is a criminal offense. A person who commits obstruction may be charged.
can get arrested. We're at the police station, and we're going to charge him with a criminal crime, obstructing of evidence of a $200,000 theft. And good news for us, we found out.
I thought he was gonna go through more pieces of evidence that he had, because I'm not crazy, right? He's not trying to gaslight me as well, right? Trying to look. I thought there was a thing that said like evidence piece with number 1 on the screen.
Last week that all of the police in Utah take obstruction very seriously here. The police arrested my friend Sheldon for obstruction just for locking his phone.
Right now you're attempting to destroy evidence. Okay, put your hands behind your back. I was just locking my phone.
You're under arrest for obstruction of evidence right now.
The crazy part is, the police didn't even have a warrant, so Sheldon locking his phone was 100% legal. But the police arrested him anyways because that's literally how serious the police take obstruction crimes here. They do not mess around when it comes to obstruction.
I'm guessing this next part is going to show the hypocrisy of what's going to happen.
So now, just imagine how angry the police are going to be when I go into the police station and tell them that someone is actually, for real this time, committing an obstruction crime. And this obstruction crime...
Yeah, like I said, nothing is going to happen.
...is on a much bigger scale. Later, the police called me saying that they were going to do a police investigation on this.
Hey, Benjamin, this is Officer Halpern from Provo Police.
I told the detective the entire situation.
He was saying that this family's Lego sets were never even in the store, like all of this stuff, and it's all documented. I have video of all of him saying this. I think he's like falsifying evidence, and I think that's obstruction.
And now that we stole Bricks and Minifigs' strategy, I think the plan is finally gonna work.
Looks like the CEO is going down.
I mean, I submitted the videos of Eamon saying we're gonna burn down the building and shoot him.
They themselves say, hey, you guys stole this product from this person. If you don't give it back, I'm gonna burn the place down. Or we're gonna burn the place down. Or I'll kill you.
And then I submitted all the raw footage of the entire conversation I had with him, proving to the police that we never even said anything close to this. This raw footage verifies that everything I told the police is true, and everything Eamon told the police is a lie. On top of that, I even got access to the complete case Eamon made against me, and he doesn't have a single piece of evidence to support any of his claims.
Damn.
Which I guess makes sense. Like, how can you support evidence if you're just making everything up? Like, of course you can't submit anything. So if the police have to decide what case to pursue, they're obviously going to pursue this case because it has like a ton of evidence. And then they're going to throw out Eamon's case. It has no evidence at all.
2 witness testimonies. I wonder who would be the 2 witnesses, though. Unless he's just referring to himself
The person you're trying
and
to
the
reach is
CEO.
not available.
Hello, my name is Ben Schneider. A couple months ago,
I'm not gonna lie, he sounded really gay when he said that.
I made a case, and you were the officer that was helping me create it. I submitted a bunch of evidence through a link you sent me, and this was a couple months ago, and
Shit, this was a couple months ago, man. Like he's probably making a whole bunch of shit now and gonna release it that whole bunch fucking later.
I haven't heard anything back. And so I'm just calling to see if I can get some type of update on how the case is going. It's about the CEO, Eamon McNeff of Bricks and Minifigs, in an obstruction case. And so if you could give me a call back at your earliest convenience, that'd be awesome.
We're sorry. Your call cannot be completed.
Yeah, literally no matter what I tried, I could not get a hold of this police officer. So I'm traveling all the way back to Utah to go back to the Provo police station in person to
See, this guy goes above and beyond just to get that little bit of extra content and fucking, like, it's not even at this point for the content anymore, it's for justice as well.
see how the police investigation against Eamon is going.
I
And
probably
just
should have
happened to get
moved
hold of
my
the police
mic a lot
schedule
closer.
and arrived at the exact time
I've been
this
really
officer
quiet.
was supposed to arrive. But before I could speak to this officer, one of the other police officers called into the front desk and asked to talk to me.
Really? They said he was going to be here today at 3 o'clock.
There's always the chance that they might have called out sick or something.
Is there any way that you can, like, check if he's here, or?
He's definitely scheduled to be here. Like I said, they might have called out sick or something.
Are you able to look and see how the case is going? All I really want is kind of just an update on the case.
Realistically, it probably got thrown out immediately. Probably, yeah, it's probably gone. Done. Or it didn't even happen to begin with.
That's not something that I can tell you over the phone.
Okay, you can't even just tell me, like, how it's going? Like, if he's still looking into it, or?
No, I can't. That's not something I can do.
Okay, well, thank you.
So basically, I came all the way out here to find 0 answers.
Bro, can you imagine driving 150 miles? I'm pretty sure it's somewhere around there. Like 150 miles to see, hey, how's my case going? Yeah, we can't tell you. Oh, and the officer that scheduled to be here, he's probably out sick. Really?
But eventually, I did find an answer. They sent it to me in the mail, and looks like I was right. The police only had time to take on one of our cases. And it was Eamon's, not mine. Yes, the case that had an overwhelming amount of evidence, they thought that case was garbage. And they took on the case that has 0 evidence at all. In the police body cam footage, after the police watched my full conversation, proving that I didn't threaten to burn the place down or literally anything, they even admitted to Eamon that there was no credibility with his entire case against me.
We agreed that there really was no extortion code that would fit your situation. However, you know, at the end of the day, we do want to help you guys so you're not having to deal with this fool and all of his issues. We did find that there was another code that fit, and it's called aggravated commercial obstruction.
The police just told Eamon that even though there's absolutely nothing to his claim against me, if they work together, maybe they can fabricate some type of charge against me.
However, the tricky thing is that we have to prove that this individual either entered or remains unlawfully on the premise. when he came to the property, did you have to ask him more than once to leave?
All right, now this is the exact reason why there's retarded people who hate the police, who think they're just racist, and then there's logical people who see this and think, or that start to distrust the police, because it really, like, yeah, I will admit he definitely removes a lot of context. He clips together what will generate the most views, and that is unfortunate. I really do think so. However, from the context of what I've gathered so far, is that it really sounds like she's trying to catch and snare him.
Yes.
Okay.
You know, we're not leaving until we get it. And he's like, no. Like,
So Eamon's telling the police that even though they continuously told us to leave, we didn't leave. But if we go back and look at the footage of what happened, this is the reality.
So when they say go to corporate, how do we respond next time?
I have no idea. You have to take it up with them.
There's also that.
It's your thing with them. That doesn't involve us. Okay. As a separate business entity, you got to take it up with them. You got to resolve it with them.
Okay, well, thanks so much, guys.
Yeah, okay, guys. Good luck.
You're good. Sweet, thank you.
Hey, you want to talk? They're on their way out. If you want me to grab them or not?
I don't know. It kind of looks like the reality of what happened is we left too early for them. They wanted to pull us back in to keep talking to us. But we did show back up a second time. And to Eamon's credit, about halfway through the conversation, he did say that if we don't leave, he's going to call the cops on us.
You can leave. If you come back here, we will call the cops. If you don't leave right now, I will call the cops.
So you don't want to do the easy way? And this is right after I told him you could do it either the easy way and just give us the Legos back, or we can do it the hard way, implying that we would take him to court.
So you're threatening me.
I'm not threatening. We're right. Like, we have a right to the Legos, so we're gonna get them the easy way or the hard way.
What proof of ownership have you provided to me that you own this Lego?
I mean, I can give you proof if you want.
Right, provide proof.
But right after he says this, he's now asking us to provide him proof that we actually are entitled to these Legos, so we can't leave now because he just told us to stay and provide proof.
True.
And then at the very end of the conversation, he says this one more time.
Okay, you've been asked to leave. Please leave.
We have to leave? Okay. Well, thank you for working with us, and so see you later. Well, we have now all just seen the video footage of what actually happened. But now let's hear how Eamon describes it to the police.
guys, at this point, I've asked you to leave. Please leave. Well, we you know, like, you have to listen to us. You have to pay us this money. No, guys, you need to leave, and you're not leaving. Like, but I asked multiple times. They did not leave.
Looks like that might be a second-degree felony. He's facing felony charges. It is a felony?
Yes, because I went to the corporate headquarters and tried to give Eamon the easy way out of all of this, they're now trying to get me on a second-degree felony, which I don't really know how any of this would make me get a second-degree felony. Like, what the heck, police officers? But they're doing it, and the punishment for this crime is 15 years in jail.
Yeah, this party's definitely trying to get in those YouTube views. Oh, sorry. At this point, it's watch time.
I don't know, you know, like, however else, you know, like, some of that stuff comes through, but, you know, like, the reality.
However, the sad situation is there's still an unfortunate possibility that he definitely could get arrested for it.
Is like,
I mean, you already seen it twice already. Like, they've been after him. So yeah, there is definitely a good possibility that he could get arrested for this bullshit.
We've tried to talk with him and said, we're willing to work with you.
Yeah, I think one of the main reasons the police keep taking Eamon's side instead of ours, besides the whole Mormon thing, is that Eamon keeps framing the situation as he's just the helpful CEO who's trying to do the right thing and return Brian's property. And we're the ones that are preventing him from giving it back to Brian. So, I say we rewatch the footage and see what actually happened.
We said we would be more than happy to help Mr. Mansell.
Yeah, because Brian said he
was unwilling to work with us.
Well, Brian said he asked for the store inventory, and that because he said like he wanted to work with you, and then you guys didn't provide the store inventory.
We asked him to provide us with any documentation, and he provided us with a spreadsheet. A spreadsheet is not something that anybody, you can just walk over to a McDonald's right now and say, all of your ice cream machines belong to me. Why? Because so and so said so. And I have a spreadsheet that says that all these ice cream machines belong to me. That's not proof of ownership. That's not proof of anything.
So first off, this spreadsheet Ammon's referring to wasn't just some mystery spreadsheet, it was the actual inventory the store made. But I guess Ammon's trying to claim that the previous owner stole the
Yeah, but what if it's the, you know what, I'm just gonna let it continue.
Legos and then lied on the inventory, and so now it basically makes this inventory invalid. He said that when corporate was taking over the store, that they actually did their own inventory, and this is the correct inventory.
When we took over, we did an inventory.
And good news for me, he's willing to give me this inventory. He's actually always been willing to give it to me or Brian. All we've ever had to do was ask.
We will work with you to obtain any Lego that does exist. And
Well, we did that, and you guys.
When?
I think we mailed it like 5 or 6 times, and we've gotten 0 response back.
Yeah.
I think he should show evidence of those emails and see, like, hey, did you get a response back?
Literally the first thing I did right when I heard about this entire situation was I googled Bricks and Minifigs, clicked on their website, clicked contact us, and sent them a message. I actually got a message back from
Looks like he is doing that. All right. You have reached corporate. Email Brickspace. Thank you for reaching out. I'll pass your message to the management team so they can review the situation with the owners of Kaiser Store. If the owners aren't able to resolve the situation with you within the next few days, feel free to reach back to us.
corporate saying that they would love to help. But after a few months, I kept trying to reply to this message, and they just completely ghosted me.
I think we've done like 6 over the last 4 or 5 months.
Pull it up. Find out. Tell me when.
Let's see. I say like, hey, I don't think this ever got resolved. I'm just reaching back out right now, and then never.
Head forward right now. Resend it.
What's the email?
That is I don't know what email address that is. That
Really?
This was on your guys' website.
That says fbc.team. I said franchise at bricksandminifigs.com.
Well, this is just on the website, so.
I actually do want to do a little bit of my own research right now. I'll just quickly. Contact us. And then what do you say it was?
This was on your guys' website.
That says FBC.
FBC dot team. Don't know why it's trying to have me. Oh, I'll just ask Grok what FBC dot team is. Actually, you know what? I got a better idea. I'll just ask it. You know, does the contact page lead to like fbc.com or fbc.team at all? It's the bricks, and although it was being retarded earlier, so we'll have to take it with a little bit of a grain of salt. The Bricks and Minifigs, or we'll do on the Bricks and Minifigs website in the contact page, does it lead to fbc.team at all? Right? No, it does not.
.team. I said franchise at bricksandminifigs.com.
Well, this is just on the website. So.
Shit, I can't see the phone either.
They just completely ghosted me.
I think we've done like 6 over the last 4 or 5 months.
Pull it up. Find out. Tell me when.
Let's see. I say like, hey.
Yeah, it literally just looks like a Google Doc.
Hey, I don't think this ever got resolved. I'm just reaching back out right now, and then never.
Head forward right now. Resend it.
What's the email?
That is I don't know what email address that is.
This was on your guys' website.
That says fbc.team. I said franchise at bricksandminifigs.com.
Well,
It looks like he acknowledged that mistake, so perhaps this probably was a mistake on Ben's part.
this is just on the website, so.
Did I tell you look up something on the website and send it there?
Well,
Did I say that? Just barely.
well, that's what.
Yes or no?
Alright, so maybe I am wrong on this part. So it actually might, even though Greg said no, actually might. Who knows?
Did I say that?
No.
I just said send me an email to franchise@bricksandminifigs.com and we will work with that.
But you're getting mad at me because I emailed the email on the website.
You keep saying that you like. So I understand that, but I'm telling you right.
Although, to be fair, he is not denying it, so that does lead me to think that, yes, actually that is part of the website that is literally listed.
Now, and you're trying to argue on something that I didn't give you any information about. I'm telling you, send it to that one.
Yeah, but you're like getting upset at us that we emailed the email that was on your website.
No, I'm telling you the way to do this, and you've been probably trying to communicate with a ghost.
Well, that's your guys' fault for putting that email on the website.
Now, if this is certainly the email that is on that website, and it is linked to the whole fucking fireworks are just going off outside. But like I was saying, if that is indeed what's happening, that's pretty shitty on their part. Although it's unfortunately, like most companies, they will almost always ghost you. So at least in this case, it's not. They're not special. I mean, big companies don't really reply to you back.
Sure. Okay.
Ben, so why are you getting mad at us because we emailed the website for your instructions?
You harass us for all sorts of things. I'm not getting mad at you.
Well, we're not harassing. We're just asking for our Legos back. If someone stole money from you and you went and politely asked for the money back, is that you harassing them? It seems like Ammon kept either trying to stall or switch the subject. It almost seems like he doesn't want to actually give us this inventory. What? He keeps saying he's willing to give it to us. You guys can send that inventory list to us?
What? I do believe so. Yes. I think we have sent that to Brian.
He says he said that's all he wants is the inventory list, and he'll stop like bugging you guys.
Well, then, Mr. Mansell and you, and if you want to be included on the emails with Mr. Mansell, that's totally fine. You guys can email us, and we can go.
But you guys will give him the inventory list because he said he's been asking for it for over a year now.
We can show the inventory list that was obtained when the store was originally taken over from Crystal Law, and we can work through that process and try and identify what was or wasn't there, and also try and identify how to proceed from there.
Yeah, I think Brian gets upset because he says they always say that they'll send me the list, kind of like how you're saying, oh, we can send it easily, but then when it comes down to it, you'll never actually send it. So maybe if you actually go ahead and send it, it would make him feel better.
Well,
I'd say just ask them to send it right now.
I understand what you're trying to get at. We're more than willing to work with you and help you. That's what I'm saying. Send an email to that email address that I just gave to you, and that will produce results.
Anyways, I sent an email to the email he told me about, not the one on their website. That's a bad email. Don't ever email that one or the CEO is going to be pissed. But according to Ammon, now that I've sent this email, I should be receiving the inventory list very soon. So I waited all day.
Probably going to be a few months or never. That's my guess.
And I got no answer. So
the
next day, I sent them another email. I patiently waited again for about a week. And finally...
This is the response. Mr. Schneider.
BAM Franchising Inc. will not participate in any form of communication that appears designed for public provocation, harassment, or manipulation of facts for the purpose of media contact. Attempts to obtain privileged or confidential information through misrepresentation or the creation of fraudulent documents may constitute criminal misconduct, and we reserve all rights to refer such behavior to appropriate legal authorities. Should you believe that you are entitled to any specific information under applicable law, we suggest that you pursue such requests through formal and lawful legal procedures. This will serve as our final response to your inquiry unless we are contacted by duly retained legal counsel representing a party of standing.
Franchising Incorporation will not participate in media content. Attempts to obtain their innocence because I want to get.
You know, the funny thing is that the one thing they really seem to want is not included in the email. The inventory list. I don't see. Maybe he just didn't scroll down, but I don't see a link to that inventory list or a PDF or anything.
Give them the benefit of the doubt. I want to be like, hey, if you're innocent, I want to prove that you're innocent with this inventory list. But now, by me trying to do that, that's criminal behavior and considered harassment. And we reserve all rights to refer such behavior to appropriate legal authorities, aka the cops. So don't ask for our inventory list, or else we're gonna call the cops.
Yes, Brixton Minifigs has officially banned me from ever asking for this inventory list again. And I'm not the only one who's banned from asking for this list.
He promised us a full inventory right away.
Yeah, the original owners.
Never received it.
Yeah, and every time it's been just absolutely nothing. So we've never gotten anything. We've never gotten an inventory list.
Yeah, the previous owner who got her entire store stolen from her by corporate, I mean, she's legally required to get sent an inventory list, and even she, 2 years later, has not gotten it yet.
It would have resolved
Holy shit, that was 2 years ago.
everything because they would have had to identify everything in the store, and it would have identified all of Brian's stuff, and they never provided it, so we couldn't then demand the third-party evaluation.
And it's now.
And this is what they do. These companies hide under high levels of bureaucracy and try to use the system to actively work against the people that they're fighting against.
What, a year and a half later?
You know, who knows what.
Still no inventory.
Dang.
So. Would have solved a lot of problems a year and a half ago to go, here's the inventory.
And even Brian still hasn't received this inventory list yet.
I've never received an inventory list. I've never received a record of sales because they can't provide it. They opened the store up almost right away and started selling it.
And the worst part about all of this is it seems like the CEO is pretty much just trying to rub all of this in everyone's face.
Makes me wonder what's happening with the what is it called? The GoFundMe. I'm hoping he provides some context and what happened to it towards, I guess, the second half of the video, but I really want to know what's going on with that money.
When I turned on the news, I saw this.
Now, as far as offering Brian the inventory, have you gone through the store, figured out what was part of his collection, taken inventory, and shown him that inventory to offer that?
We've tried to share those with Mr. Mansell.
We've tried.
In hopes that
Really?
he can see, you know, like that we were not attempting in any way, shape, or form to withhold anything. Those then were offered to him, and the initial offer was rejected.
So now on public television, Ammon, the CEO, is telling the world that he tried to give us this inventory, but we're the ones that didn't want it.
We do want to help him recover as much of the collection. Our number one.
Really, you do want to help him. It sounds like, how do I say this? Not HR team, what is it called? PR team, there we go, PR team. I got one letter correct, I couldn't figure out the other for a second. Sounds like a PR team got heavily involved and is doing, do this and do that behind the camera.
Priority right now is to ensure that he gets made whole. We know that we have a responsibility to work with him to make sure he does get made whole.
So you've offered
Albeit though, even if like we'll move forward like a little bit, like during this conversation anyways, or this topic that I'm about to say, if nothing happens to any of the cops or the Brixton Minifigs employees who participated in this like stolen Lego situation, I say stolen like that with quotations because legally it hasn't been solved, and so technically they're not stolen yet, unfortunately. So that's why I do that. But if nothing happens, Brixton Minifigs is fucked either way. They're fucked. What they saved on maybe like 40,000, or not 40,000, like but around like 60,000 in withholding those Legos from Brian. They doomed themselves by corporate suicide and killed off, like, I'd say half their revenue. Because you better believe that there are tons and tons of people that are going to be boycotting their Lego stores. I wouldn't be surprised if they have to shut down.
Brian the inventory of sets that was in the store.
Yeah, whatever was left over, we've offered that on multiple occasions. So we've tried to make multiple offers, and hopefully we'll be able to.
But there's a previous video that showed Ben asking store owner for the sets multiple times, and he'd say he'd call him back, he'd give them to you that day, and then about a month after saying the same thing, then he started ghosting him, and he ended up never giving back the Legos.
To get them to the table so we can discuss it.
And this is pretty much Ammon's game plan now. Go on as many news stations as you can and lie.
The entire time we were saying, hey, we want to help, we want to help.
The main narrative
This is, yeah, just corporate PR.
now seems to be Bricks and Minifigs has always been trying to give Brian his Legos back, but Brian just never wanted them back.
Would you be willing to just take this? And the answer was no. It was attempted to be given to the family, and it was refused.
They made the offer and said, hey, you
Albeit, you know what they probably did? They probably lowballed them fucking heavily. Like offered, hey, we'll give you this $500 set if you just shut up and not do anything, and we'll call it even. That's probably what they did. And what they do, what corporate does in any business, is they'll play their words as best as and good as they possibly can, like this, like saying that we tried, even though it's not even a half-ass effort. It's we did the smallest thing possible, the most vague thing, and it really, in reality, it did nothing. However, we can still technically say we tried. It's complete bullshit. And the good thing is, most people know that. Most people can see through it.
can have all this. And that offer was not accepted at the time.
Well, that's Ammon's side of the story, but I say let's take a look at what actually happened.
Read from the bottom up. That is our correspondence with Bricks and Minifigs, trying to work with them and getting the sets back.
So right when this happened, Brian hired an attorney to reach out to Bricks and Minifigs. They sent an email saying, how should we proceed to retake the possession of the sets/minifigures? And they actually emailed back saying they were willing to help. And then after this, they just never respond. So Brian's attorney sent them another email, just following up on this, when can we pick up the sets? And they still didn't respond. So the attorneys emailed back saying, it's now been 16 days. How can we get these Legos back? And finally, received a response.
No, I guess they did get something.
Brandon Best and Joshua Johnson have no legal obligation to return any of the Lego product that exists in their store to you. What? So yeah, basically they're saying that they're the ones that are not able to work with you, is what it seems like.
Exactly.
They finished this email saying, we consider this matter closed and will not be returning any Lego products to you. So as you can see, that's the reality of what actually happened. But then Ammon goes on Fox News and says this.
So they actually did have an attorney send information to us. We said, great, appreciate this. Let's see what we can do to work this out.
Just lying too, just lying straight to everyone.
And then we never heard back.
So why is Ammon going on like Fox News then and saying
Oh, you know what the news should do on a segment? They should call the CEO up, have him like say like, yeah, we tried to do this, and then have secretly Ben or one of the lawyers on the side, and immediately pull him up and say and show the evidence. Yeah, it shows like yeah, you didn't really send the information. I got it right here, and he looks so fucking stupid. He looks so fucking stupid, caught in this web of lies. They should do it, man. I would give him a lot of traction.
wanted to give Brian his stuff back? He's the one that didn't want his stuff back. He didn't want any of his things.
That's my point. I don't know. He's lying.
I truly do believe in integrity. Truly, I believe in the sentiment of integrity, and I believe everyone should have integrity.
Yeah, and like I said before, them trying to like make Brian even. I don't know why I keep holding that fucking pencil. Sorry about that. But anyways, they're trying to make evens. Probably send them a few $100s at the very most, and say, hey, let's call this even. Like, no, that's complete bullshit. Of course he's gonna deny that.
But anyways, another thing the CEO seems to be pretty upset about is that when Brian kept demanding his stuff back and couldn't get it back, eventually he had enough. And he was like, I'm gonna make a Facebook post about this. And in his Facebook post, he called Bricks and Minifigs thieves and liars. And this Facebook post, like, really pissed off Ammon. I mean, Bricks and Minifigs is literally suing Brian now for millions of dollars, all because of this. I mean, back when I was talking to him at corporate headquarters, he made it very clear that what they did is technically not actually considered theft.
There is no theft. Do you understand the legal definition of theft?
Yeah, the legal definition of theft.
Legally have to meet
So
the
theft?
definition of knowing that
Yeah.
the property was stolen or otherwise not
Yeah.
belonging to that.
Or we just accidentally, and we didn't know that we had this product. So technically, it's not theft. We didn't know, it just happened to appear in our inventory when we took it over, even though it's not legally ours.
And on my phone.
Oh, what are you doing with those sets? Oh, well, we're selling them. I mean, that they're in our store. Might as well just sell them.
It's not known until Mr. Mansell came in days later and said, I have some of these things that need to be...
And that's another lie again, because...
It is not another lie.
So I showed Ammon the security camera footage where corporate acknowledges that they are now going to be responsible for these Lego Star Wars sets.
These are ones that he has not been paid his percentage yet.
And yeah, he's caught in another lie. She literally showed that he has not been paid for those sets yet. And yeah.
And if I don't have the tickets, I won't know how much I need to pay him.
That's a business thing and not necessarily yours. He's taking on the business, he takes on all that kind of side.
Bro, and he's... Wait, is that the phone talking? I don't see his mouse moving. Hold up. I'm gonna go back 10 seconds.
That's a business thing and not necessarily yours. He's taking on the business, he takes on all that
Yeah, it looks like it's through the phone.
kind of side.
And after showing him this footage to try to bring the conversation back to reality, this was his response.
Now extortion?
Because
he showed him evidence.
caught you guys?
No, because you are attempting to extort us, so... That's what you're doing.
I'm pretty sure that was the dial pad for numbers. He's probably dialing 911 right there.
What you are doing right now is illegal. It's an extortion.
So catching you guys in illegal activity, that's illegal on me.
Nope. We have done nothing.
See, I agree too. I agree. Nope, it's not illegal on us. Thank you for...
We have done nothing illegal, and you are doing something illegal right now.
I don't think that's illegal. I think us catching you guys for doing the illegal thing doesn't make that what we're doing is illegal. That means what you guys are doing is illegal.
Oh shit, I need to plug this in.
Okay, you've been asked to leave. Please leave.
We have to leave? Okay. Well, thank you for working with us. And
After just going around in circles for probably 30 to 40 minutes and just, having like kind of less than genuine questions or less than genuine responses being...
Yeah, I'd say so, man. The CEO wasn't really giving any genuine responses or genuine concern for this situation. I would agree with what he's saying.
given to me, I was exasperated by the end of it, and that's, like when people get tired and exasperated, that's when we finally got the footage that we can use to make him look like a completely unreasonable monster, so, but that's what they do is people who...
Yeah, that's also what a lot of media does as well, and what he might try to do as well.
Whose goal is...
At least what he's trying to do in the legal system right now.
To do those types of things, they just harass and go after people as long and hard as they can until somebody breaks and says something that, then they can, use that one clip to be like, oh, look at this horrible monster of a person. So that's what I feel like has kind of really happened here.
So Ammon's claiming that I just harassed him for 30 minutes and finally he got fed up with us, which that was the one clip at the end that I used in my documentary. So I say let's go to the very beginning of the footage, my first interaction with them, and see what actually happened.
So what's going on?
so you guys are holding some of our Legos?
No, we're not.
You're not?
No.
Yeah, literally from the very first sentence we ever exchanged with each
Yeah, it was a straight up lie. And he he's literally caught in this lie within like 20 minutes later of the footage.
Other. Ammon's goal was just to lie to us. But anyways, I'm now starting to think that the only reason Ammon wanted us to email him about the inventory list wasn't actually to give us the inventory list, but actually
It's literally just to send him away. Of course, he's gonna say something and then he's not actually gonna do it. A lot of people do that. I mean, it's really no big surprise.
it was a trap. Yeah, Ammon only wanted me to email him so he can find out my email and subpoena Google and find out all of my private information. You think I'm lying, but they actually did this. They subpoenaed Google asking for all
Holy shit, they did.
private information.
That honestly, that's smart on his part. Holy.
Information tied to this email address, and Google sent them like hundreds of hours of all the raw footage from everything I've filmed in the Lego video so far, all my emails, all my search history, all of the metadata that shows everywhere I've been. But anyways, this was the reaction of the police officer after she watched my entire first episode.
Oh, and by the way, that's only a very small amount of what Google and Apple and these huge companies actually track of you. There's actually way more information that they track on you. Like they don't just have your email address or they don't just have your name and age and birth date. They have a lot more, including your address, how many steps you take a day, when you sleep at night, shit like that. Yeah, they know.
I'm really curious to see like if this school even makes it.
Now this is a little bit off the rails topic, but the huge companies track all this shit. They do.
Any money doing this YouTube.
Don't believe me? Well, all right. Just read the privacy statements. Oh, it's 500 pages long. You don't want to read it? All right.
Stuff. I'm like, if it's enough for him to travel to another state just to go get some footage, it doesn't even sound like
Back on track.
his like secret information doesn't even seem credible from
No.
my understanding.
No, so it sounds like you were able to watch the video.
I think by secret information, the police officer is referring to the security camera footage that proves that everything Bricks and Minifigs is saying is a lie. My first question is, how could this not be credible? It's literally just video evidence of what happened that night. But at least now I can see why the police aren't
Bro, thank God for security cameras and body cams. Oh my God.
listening to me. They're basically just saying that all of the evidence I submit to them is not credible and therefore case closed. Ben's wrong and we're right because we said that the evidence is uncredible. At this point, Bricks and Minifigs is working with the police to just come up with whatever story they can to make any evidence I give them seem as uncredible as possible.
In all of his actions to just generate clicks and likes to get, like social media
Oh, and it's working. It is working.
without putting in work and just doing the crummy stuff.
Interesting.
He seems like a fun Jackson.
No. Oh, and
His MO really seems to follow somebody who's like a paper tiger, right? Like who, like behind, or like a keyboard warrior. They'll make threats.
And this is the crazy.
Honestly, I think he's kind of stupid for calling him a keyboard warrior, considering he's gone through to multiple locations to file a complaint, driving thousands. I bet it's not hundreds. I bet it's probably thousands of miles to these locations to file formal complaints and lawsuits against you stealing the fucking Lego sets. Or steal. God damn, I keep holding this. I need to put this pencil away. I don't know why I keep grabbing it.
Easiest part of the video to me. Ammon's claiming that I'm a keyboard warrior.
Yeah, I would say that's even mind-boggling. He probably didn't even know that came out of his mouth. He was just probably spamming, or not spamming, fucking saying random bullshit. And he's like, oh, wait, I said he was a paper tiger? Oh shit, I didn't mean that. He's really fucking annoying, actually.
Keyboard warrior is basically just someone who talks a lot of smack online, but then when it actually comes down to it, they won't do anything in person. Which, I mean, if we look back at the footage, I accomplished almost everything I set out to do. I didn't get scared of anything. If someone in this story is a keyboard warrior, I don't think it's me. I think it's Bricks and Minifigs. I mean, let's double check by looking at the footage. Ammon claims with his words that he can give us the inventory list.
We can show the inventory list.
But when it actually comes down,
Bro, until this is fully solved and fully resolved, he's probably gonna have to record every single moment of his life from now on until, again, this ends. Because holy, can you imagine it? It'd probably be even worse for him if he didn't record all the stuff he already did.
to it, he's terrified to give it to anyone.
Otherwise, they probably would have won. The Bricks and Minifigs probably would have won the lawsuit already.
Bricks and Minifigs this entire time has also just been begging me to sue them.
If you think it's illegal, why don't you sue me? Let's go to court. Sue me for us. Sue me. Let's go to court. Let's go to court then.
So when I finally go out and actually sue them, they close down their store. And now
I forgot you. Yeah, this fucking just Underani came over there with a fucking piggy bank.
Now Bricks and Minifigs is going to absolute extreme lengths to hide from this lawsuit.
Are you okay if she just gives you the papers so we can just...
No, I'm not accepting service from her. Okay. Absolutely not.
I mean, Bricks and Minifigs is showing all of the signs of a keyboard warrior, but for some reason they think that I'm the keyboard warrior. At this point,
Bro, Ben got really insulted by this. Holy.
It seems like everything Bricks and Minifigs is doing, for some reason they think that I'm the one that's the one doing it.
I'll keep my fingers crossed for you guys. Hopefully no more issues. There's so many other things that this guy could, like, be talking about, right?
No, he's focusing on this small, narrow aspect of this. He's focusing on this little itty-bitty ice cube of this iceberg. It goes way deeper. And it's way darker down there.
But sometimes, you know, like, it's a sunk cost fallacy. They just think, oh, I put so much time and effort into this, I gotta make sure something happens. All right.
And he kind of is, and I'm glad he's doing it.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Yes, Ammon just completely proved my point. Obviously, I'm not suffering from the sunk cost fallacy at all. Ammon's the one suffering from the sunk cost fallacy. I mean, they literally already admitted to me that they've held onto the Legos for...
Holy shit, look at where he's staying, man. Look at this workstation. Holy.
So long, it's not worth it for them to give it back to us anymore.
I'm not going to distribute those things at this point. We've kept them on hold for this long, so...
Let's see what else Bricks and Minifigs is accusing me of. Well, they're suing me for defamation. But this entire time, Bricks and Minifigs is actually the ones defaming me.
They themselves say, hey, you guys stole this product from this person. If you don't give it back, I'm going to burn the place down.
Let's go to the next thing Bricks and Minifigs is accusing me of. Extortion. When they're the ones actually extorting me by saying if I don't let them steal the Legos from us, they're going to make up a reason to throw me in jail.
You stole them, bitch.
I stole the Legos?
Yeah, you're a fucking thief.
Dang. Okay.
You can shut the fuck up. That's your fucking choice.
Bricks and Minifigs is also getting me for RICO charges.
Oh yeah, that is what was absolutely crazy. The RICO charges that were put on him. That shit is reserved for like mafia shit. It's reserved for mafia type shit. That was complete bullshit.
Charging Reckless Ben for RICO. I think it is more likely that the police are guilty of RICO, right?
And if you look at the CEO's previous businesses, he actually got sued for RICO.
When it rains, it pours.
He's the one guilty of RICO, not me. They're also accusing me of sending a sniper to shoot out the windows of the McNeff house.
You guys want to come to, you can see the window and see where they were shooting from. It could be a sniper right on the hill.
When the police got there, they realized it was actually a construction worker who accidentally shattered the window.
Seems more likely that it happened from construction work than it happened from...
Fucking hammering away, hammer slips, breaks one. Oh shit, there's a sniper on the loose. Oh my god, take off.
Random people
Bro.
across the way.
But even after all this,